Well, thank you very much for staying with us. And it's the second phase of our vaccine rollout. To walk us through some key areas to look at, we have Dr. Yao Bediako, who is with WACPIP at the University of Ghana. Doc, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, man.
Great to have you. Now, let's hit the nail on the head. You are getting your second shot today, but we also do know that there have been complications because we have to exhaust these vaccines within a specific time period. What are your expectations as far as that is concerned?
I mean, it's great that we have access. Great that we have access to the next tranche, but of course there are many more people in the nation, and so we are. It will all depend on how many vaccines can be got into the country and how quickly. There are a number of people who are reaching their 12-week window. And in terms of the amount of vaccine, we know that there are 750,000 doses, which is approximately half of what we need for those who are already vaccinated. So, it's great that some people are going to get vaccinated now, but we really need at least 350,000 doses to come in within the next week or so to be able to prevent missing the 12-week window for everybody else.
Okay. So in terms of ensuring that we maximize the use of the vaccines, if we realize that in certain areas people are not trooping in, those who qualify for this phase, what do we do? Do we redistribute? What do you propose?
I think the decision for the Ghana Health Service. I'm hopeful that people will show up. I think now there's there's less hesitancy, at least I hope. So I think that'll be for the Ghana Health Service to decide whether they prioritize, if they distribute and people are not showing up, then we redistribute. But I think at this point, we are, we just have to wait, see what happens. But hopefully people will show up. We don't have enough to go around anyway, so I suspect that there will be no need to redistribute and people will show up to get the shot.
Okay. Now, the Serum Institute of India has said that it would not be able to supply any other countries outside of India till the end of 2021. What do you think the implications will be on Ghana, for example, getting AstraZeneca vaccines and achieving herd immunity?
Well, I mean, it means we can no longer count on COVAX. Obviously, COVAX is getting the majority of its supply for Africa from Serum. Serum Institute is now not going to be able to deliver till the end of the year, so it means there's a significant gap in the projections that we made for what we get from COVAX. So it means if we're to hit our target of 20 million by the end of this year, then we're going to have to look elsewhere. Even the vaccines we are currently administering were from COVAX and were redistributed from the DRC because they were not able to deploy quickly enough. I don't think there'll be a lot more that requires redeployment. So basically, if Ghana is going to hit our target, we have to be looking beyond COVAX. We have to be looking at bilateral agreements and looking at other arrangements. We cannot depend on COVAX, I think, to be able to hit our target this year. If we wait for COVAX, then we're probably looking at next year. Who knows if Serum Institute will be able to deliver as they hope.
Okay. And my final bit to you, Doc. The Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kumagwaje, has said that even after the second jab, we should continue wearing our masks. Just how important is it, even after the second jab, to keep on using our masks?
No, it is very important because so few of our population have been vaccinated. So if you're fully vaccinated, you are quite protected. You are probably not going to have a severe consequence of COVID infection. However, there is there is still a possibility that you could be infected and infect other people. So really wearing a mask after you've been fully vaccinated, the reason to wear a mask is to protect those around you who have not been vaccinated. And so till we hit a situation where at least 50 to 60% of our population have been fully vaccinated, we all have a responsibility to continue to care about, regardless of our own personal vaccination.
Well, Dr. Yao Bediako, thank you so much for giving us your time this morning, and we're grateful. All the best as you get your second shot.